The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
What? 250.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch the end.
Alert.
On first down, Ellis. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offense's backfield.
Hey, check motion man. Put your head. Hey. Get into motion man. Check 50. Check 50.
On second and 12, Wilson. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
First down, Seahawks.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Yeah. You don't want to know. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Good job right there.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Slot that.
Rush in.
Gun.
That's me.
Gun.
5. Let's go 1-1. Mike, 55.
They'll run on first down. It's Ellis. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Give them 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Check your hot read. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, Ellis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check 55, in your face.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
55, 55.
I'll go special. I'll go special. One flip.
Mike. Check 55.
Go, guys. Slow down. Right.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Check 43. Check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down now, it's Ellis. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Watching the grind. Thanks. Check 3. Check 3.
12.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Redskins nothing.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Switch.
Geis with the carry on second down. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He sets to fire deep. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Set, hut, and read. Watch the pass. Here we go.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
We're pretty quiet. Check 55.
From the 17, Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Mike 55. Go 14. Mike 55. Mike Take back. Mike.
On 1st down, Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Let it go. Shoot.
They go play action now. Haskins. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get in the weight room. Hey, number 20.
Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On 3rd down, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now it's Haskins. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check 52. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On the ground, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
That's what I do.
Now Haskins to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's third and goal.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 4.
On the set. 97's the mic. They're going to need some therapy after this.
On third and goal, Haskins looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Jesse James. Incomplete.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bullock's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check.
25.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
One set.
Second down, Haskins going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Shift.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Past the 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Haskins. James has it. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Jim. Slam. Bang. 25. Check 25.
Here's Haskins to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Geis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
Run left.
Check 3. Alert flare.
They'll run on first down. Ellis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
You better bring it. Out.
Push left. Hey.
You got to push him out right there.
Go.
28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Coming. Mike 28. Army.
Hey guys, listen.
Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Let's go.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, 0.
55. Check 55. Mike 55.
From the shotgun, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
55. Right there in the middle. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
To throw again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Wilson to throw on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Love. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the edge. 49, check 49, check 49.
On the ground, it's Geis. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check 24. Check your hot read. Hey. Check 24. What? Go.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Touch,
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ellis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
Go. Zebra.
55, Mark, room. Man, I got you. Mark 55, Mark.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd and 9. Haskins, that's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on second and 14. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, Ellis. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert, alert, alert. Check 50, check 50. Good guys, 4 down, 4 down.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Good touch.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Go, go. 97's the mic, 97.
They start on the ground with Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Slam, slam, slam.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. What? SOS.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Throwing now is Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on first down. It's Ellis. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Check. Watch the shot.
Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. Myers' kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know with that.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their